All right, GM friends, happy Friday. Hope you guys are having a great start to your Friday. I'm super excited to be back on Town Hall with everybody once again. This week, especially because, we have lined up a fair bit of agenda items that we really want to get to and share with everybody on some of the latest updates. And, this week has just been, really busy. And I feel like we feel the same every other week. We just hope that our excitement can also translate to everyone's excitement as well as we continue to work on the different initiatives. This week we got a bunch of things sorted out. Merch, events, team setup, organization and whatnot. So hey, let's. Seems like you've seen the alpha before everybody else, front running the news. But hope you guys are having a great start to your week. Of course, markets looks pretty green, and hope you guys are all on the good side of the trade. But is there really a bad side when you're trading? Sometimes you win, but sometimes you learn lessons along the way. There's no such thing as losing, I guess. All right, so without further delay, let's get straight into our newsletter. Newsletter is the way to kickstart our Monkey Town Hall. And you may have seen there is let's see if, Anjas can help us do a nice screen share where we can see just that. Okay, there we go. If you haven't already realized, we are always trying out new shit. And this is one of those initiatives that we want to make it even more organized and make sure that your monkey experience is even better. And, that it is one that you can be really proud of to be a part of. All right. So check out the screen sharing by Anjas Mouse if you haven't. We are trying to organize Town Hall in a slightly different way where you can get very quickly updated with everything that we are going to talk about, share about as we go along. And so you have visual guidance so you won't get lost in the sea of weird conversations in the Town Hall Tech Chat thread. All right. So without further delay, let's get right straight into the newsletter. This week's newsletter is on the 108 edition. And we just want to kickstart this with the feature of Dev Majesty on our Gen 3 Observer role. And also with that, a big shout out to all the women in MonkeDAO's community. Happy International Women's Day. And we are very excited, that especially, as we reorganize this epoch as well, we are able to have, female monkeys come on board with us to help drive the charge, lead the change that is upcoming in MonkeDAO. And we are extremely excited that, this change will also lead to a more diverse and even more well-represented community. So happy International Women's Day to all our fellow queens in MonkeDAO. Town Hall TLDR, if you guys haven't already realized, this is one of the cool initiatives that we're working on, or we have always been working on. The Town Hall recording link is always a great way to get quickly updated with everything that is ongoing in MonkeDAO. And now, in the past, we have always been doing Town Hall TLDR. So taking feedback into consideration, and as part of our goal to constantly improve ourselves and find areas where we can, allow members to digest information even better, we have now sort of restructured the way Town Hall TLDRs are actually presented in a point form format. So big shout out to Simon as well as the entire newsletter team for helping us get this organized. Now, aside from the Town Hall TLDR on the official YouTube page, which the recording is usually uploaded within 24 hours after the end of each Town Hall, there is also a specific channel now curated, and we have shifted it specifically, deliberately under the important section. Within the important section as well, you'll see announcements, minor announcements, and Town Hall TLDR is extremely important, and needless to say, we have shifted it up all the way to the top so that every single member can get quickly updated. And there should be no more excuse of, hey, what is going on in MonkeDAO? All right, so hope this change will help us to get very quickly updated with everything that is ongoing. And of course, as usual, if there are areas in which we can continue to improve, feel free to let us know. And we are really, putting our best foot forward, try new shit, move fast. If it doesn't work, we'll scrap it and try a new way out. All right. Next up, Monkey IRL events. We'll have Stroll come out and share with us. Let's see if he's able to. Let's see if Stroll is inside the community. I think, Simon, if you can help me see if Stroll is inside, just let him know that, we'd love to bring him out. But anyway, quick update as well. If Stroll is not here, the NFT NYC Monkey Hotel is officially sold out now. We have 40 rooms booked, 63 VIPs, for the MonkeDAO NFT NYC block booking that we have organized. And although NFT NYC is blocked out, it's also still possible for you to secure some of the leftover rooms in MonkeDAO Breakpoint 2024 hotel. Note that for Breakpoint, there are 2 different hotels that you can get organized. One is the Robertson House, another one is the Grand Central. All right, so if you guys need any information, feel free to reach out and we'll be more than happy to help you organize it. But there is apparently also some merge alpha related to NFT NYC, which is happening in just about a month's time. And there is one specific monkey in the room who likes to wish everyone happy birthday. And that is Ben Bottle, who's been working on a bunch of interesting things to get our merch organized, including doing a lot of quality testing. Ben, I am sure we agreed on this. You are supposed to leak the nice merch out so that folks can know what they could be expecting. So I'm not sure about you. The ball is in your court now. If you are ready to leak some of the latest design, let's throw it out. And Ben, take over the stage and tell us a little bit about that.
Am I supposed to leak the merch? What? So there will be a welcome pack for people who book the hotel for sure. Everyone who booked the hotel, even late when we pushed the message that it was sold out, we just solved the issue this morning, so everyone will get the welcome pack in time, so which is good. And we'll have more of that available for sale. And the goal is for us to list that on the merch sites next week, so you can pre-order it because there is a very little supply for that. And let me pick the picture then.
Should I front run Ben and give you guys a sneak peek before Ben does?
I mean, depends on what you're sharing.
All right, let's see. Let's see if you guys like this. I really, really like this. This is pretty iconic, actually. It's sending, I'm in a different country, so the network is a little bit slow. All right, check it out. I'm sure, you guys would like this as well. Oh, Ben, look at that. We share the same taste, man. This is my favorite.
So yeah, that's a MonkeDAO beach towel that you'll be able to rock on the beach this summer. So there will be a few available for pre-order, so you can pick them up during the parties at NFT NYC. But there won't be a lot, so you better pre-order them. So because I'm not sure that we'll have more left to buy directly during the party. And should we, Jimmy? What do you think? We share the other one or not? Because that's not the only part of the merch that we'll get there.
All right, let's just share it, so we can create or let members get excited before NFT NYC.
Okay, give me 1 sec. You can sing or something, and I will bring the other.
I don't think we
right
want Jamie to sing. That is a very, very bad idea.
Okay.
Right.
Here we go. Where is the chat?
All right, this could be a nice one. And the reason why Ben prepared this tower is that he knew that Solana summer is coming. All right, so that is the reason why he prepared for that.
So yeah, just share so we'll have a nice duffel bag that has also backpack straps, MonkeDAO. I have more pictures I will share later. I can't find them right now, but yeah, they are very nice bag with a towel inside. Some other surprises, definitely. Other stuff inside that we'll let you discover when you get the welcome pack, and all of that again will be available on the website soon, so you can pre-order them because there are very few of them that are not for the VIP, because as Troll mentioned or Will mentioned, that we sold out and we sold a lot of rooms. So we were not expecting that many welcome pack. So there are a few available for purchase and delivery during the parties. That's it, Jamie.
All right, thanks a lot, Ben. I want to promise you that Ben actually did put in a lot of work, and he also fought hard for this to be purchased in excess, so that community members can actually purchase it, even if some of us may not be part of the Monkey Hotel group. All right, and what we really want to see is merch that are nice and something that get members excited, and we believe that this pretty well curated one. So hopefully we are all excited for this. And yeah, so I just want to quickly mention for NFT NYC, we are just about a month into that, and we have closed out the order. But for Singapore, it will be a very, very different situation. What we have seen for NFT NYC is that just like every other event, towards the tail end, membership rush to book the rooms. And so we've seen almost a significant surge. Almost 50% or close to 50% of the rooms were booked in the last month or so. Now, but for Singapore, take note that it's going to be very, very tricky, all right? In the sense that, because of the F1 period happening, it's going to be very tricky for us to secure additional rooms. So I highly encourage you guys to, put some serious thought into whether if you want to secure any rooms. And if you want to do so now, feel free to go ahead and do it. And even if it is sold out now, there is still time for us to try to work something out for membership. All right, so that's just the key message I want to get across. Not intended to create any FOMO, but really just putting out the actual situation with Token 2049, F1, etc. upcoming. All right, Web3 events. This is the favorite part. Monkey IRL events continue to be the best way, for membership to get together. It is the platform where our Web3 relationships, our virtual relationship transcend above and beyond and become so much more. And we believe that, these different events that we sort of put together, either through community-driven effort or like, DAO-driven effort, are always good platforms for monkeys to get together. So there are some of the events like MonkeDAO Toronto. There's a dim sum party. For some reason, monkeys love dim sum. Wherever we go, it seems like we always see dim sum. So feel free to go check it out. Berlin, there's something happening. New York Hacker House, of course. Paris Blockchain Week Mixer. There is also something. Dubai Hacker House as well. All right, and just a quick wrap up. Monday Monkey Spotlight. This was the MMS that we hosted with Wormhole. Feel free to go listen to some of the interesting things that they are doing. And Solana Vancouver happening on March 12th. Thanks a lot, Kawabunga. Appreciate the shout out there. And feel free to go check it out. If you guys are interested, let Kawabunga know. He just mentioned this as well. Monkey Music. If you guys haven't heard of it already, feel free to go check it out. Go and submit your favorite songs of the day or whatnot. That is the go-to place to get organized and showcase, flex your favorite music taste. Now, to the best part of every newsletter is literally the monkey Twitter content on X. All right. There are many, many monkey posts. We highly encourage everyone to engage. And at this point, I just want to take a moment and give a quick shout out to Cersei as well as the entire monkey intern Twitter team. Over the last weeks or so, we have seen a significant increase in terms of social engagement. And this was really made possible through the reorganization, rethinking of like what is our approach to like social media strategy and whatnot. And we highly encourage everyone to continue to run through some of the engagement and continue to be engaged with community through the different monkey posts. All right. We will continue to use the X Engager as well. All right. So that's it for us for now. Sorry, TD77. We just have a lot of things we are really excited about since, monkeys are always down to some very interesting monkey business. All right. Now, next up, I wanted to quickly share a little bit on the latest note that I had the opportunity to share with everybody. This was, of course, a lead up to a lot of, sort of questions around, hey, what is going on with MonkeDAO, etc., etc. Let me link it here. 1 second. All right. This is related to the latest note that we put out. Feel free to link it here. I think Simon can help me monitor, but I'm going to go straight here. Key points recap. I'm not sure if this is key point enough, but I thought, could be good because monkeys do not read announcements. Monkeys go to announcement channel, see whatever that is put out. There's a reaction, there's an emoji and they just react. So to make sure that everyone is on the same page and make sure that we get this out to everyone, just want to quickly take some time to run through some of the notes that we put out as well. So this was a little longer note, but highly encourage everyone to go and read out the specific announcements so that you can understand in depth what are some of the ways that we're thinking about, taking MonkeDAO forward. So MonkeDAO, what exactly it is, this question we get a lot, but we try to sort of not label or like compartmentalize ourselves to only degens or builders because we believe that MonkeDAO is diverse, right? And so in doing so, what we have decided is to, sort of pursue the route of clamping down, double down on the narrative in which MonkeDAO is indeed the Web3 country club. All right. So what we really want to achieve with this sort of reorganization, and I think Simon can help us use the exclamation mark MonkeDAO command, is to create a truly organic flywheel where memberships can be given the opportunity to step up. And that's the reason why we create different verticals and sort of put on the different DAO team members and to make it possible. And it's also things like town hall. Sometimes we don't realize it's not just, the exact team, the five of us talking about things, but to make a town hall actually happen, it takes an entire monkey village to actually make it possible. So this is what we have going, and we want to continue fostering that sort of flywheel effect as much as possible. So on the topic of utility, we always, get questions around like, hey, what is a utility, etc. And to be completely honest, one of the reasons why we've decided to stay away from specific to staking, breeding tokens is that we have seen how over the last 2 years or so, the different metas always change, right? Markets move. And we've seen how, different case studies out there. If you sort of, raw and tag your utility to something like breeding or token or whatever staking, sometimes the metas eventually would shift, right? And so it becomes a very taxing, constant chase to be relevant. So instead, we have deliberately decided to take on the focus on community because we believe that betting on people is the only constant, right? And we've done this deliberately because we want MonkeDAO to be relevant for the foreseeable future. Of course, recognizing a new era as well is important because the key point that we wanted to get out here is that, we are not tone deaf to the comment that it's not the same anymore, right? There are, of course, a lot of different collections that come out, which is a big win for the ecosystem, and we celebrate the win together. And the fact is that, individuals have different preferences for different PFPs today and different projects and whatnot. But we just want to take a quick moment as well to highly encourage everyone, regardless if you're Gen 2, Gen 3 holder, the moment we put on the PFP, we are essentially an ambassador of MonkeDAO. So we should all, strive to remind ourselves that we all have a collective responsibility to uphold ourselves as good stewards of the ecosystem. And, by doing that, sort of focusing on, what glues us together, progressively we can really bring back and cement the position of like MonkeDAO's, I want to say, provenance and like recognizability and bunch of other things. All right. So of course, if there are things that we see amiss, like, some of the things that we've seen recently, it's definitely, important to sort of point it out. But in doing so, we hope that we can also just remind everybody to, ensure that we strive to resolve any differences or any things that we want to reflect out in an amicable and civilized manner. All right, so that is, one area that I wanted to highlight. Of course, we are also allocating a lot of resources of the DAO. And in terms of resources of the DAO, I think this is something that we do not need to remind everybody. We've been fortunate to be in a very, decent position today financially on the DAO level. We have more than ample resources that can help us continue to fund different initiatives, try different things. If it doesn't work, we can strip it, retry it again, and continue building MonkeDAO for the foreseeable future. All right. But with that said, I think our assurance to you is that regardless of how well equipped our treasury is, it was the same at 1 million. It will be the same at 5 million. And even if we get further, at 10 or whatever the magic number is, we will always remain prudent in our spending. All right. And the goal is that, we want to identify areas that truly activate membership and spend it on areas that are actually meaningful and will actually move the needle. So those are some of the key points we want to get across. Last but not least, I know everyone is pretty much falling asleep and trying to stay awake. Now, staying nimble as a DAO is super important. This is a feedback that we have constantly received. The assurance that we want to give you guys is that, this is something that we are well aware of. So if you see, recently there are a lot of things that are changing and progressively, modules by modules, component by component, including like, Monkey tweeted all this. We now do not have to, sort of go through a long process or whatever that is to like think about a tweet. Literally, whatever is, I'm just using this as an example, but the goal that we want to bring out and the change we want to bring forward is that we want to be able to move fast just like a startup would. All right. And so with that itself, there will also be different processes that will be introduced. Moonsetter is leading a lot of interesting change there. There's one exciting announcement that we are also sort of like working towards, hope to keep everyone updated as we continue to move forward. Now, one of the constant feedback is that, yes, you guys say that you guys are doing all these great things, right? But how do membership know about everything that we're working on, right? So what we are actually also trying to work towards is put together a MonkeDAO, whatever 2.0, 3.0 campaign to help convey everything in a much more cohesive and explicit manner for membership, especially for potential new monkeys. And also highlight how we can further double down on that narrative of building towards the premier Web3 country club. Our assets are our fellow monkeys. That is the greatest asset that we have. Even if the largest treasury there, we ought to sort of stay focused and be rooted in what got us so far, which is the community. All right, so that is the, pretty much the key highlight we wanted to get across. Sorry, it took us a little bit of time, but it is pretty much, the highlight that we really want to share with everybody so that everyone is on the same page. And are aware of some of the short-term goals and the direction that we're heading towards, and we're not just sitting around and waiting for the next day to happen and continue doing that rinse and repeat. All right, so with that, now let's move on to the next item. I'm sure you guys are aware, we shared it on the headline as well. I would love to bring out one of the board if there's any board members available here today, but yes, so the next agenda item we wanted to share was the Gen 3 Observer appointment. Congratulations to Dev Majesty on that appointment once again. Please join us in congratulating her, tag her, celebrate this, appointment. Dev Majesty has been super enthusiastic about everything. She has already started, putting a lot of helpful comments. So, Gen 3 monkeys, don't worry. We are confident that you will be well represented in this upcoming cycle and will continue to be well represented. All right, so extremely excited for this appointment because together we can do a lot more things and ensure that the alignment is even greater. I want to bring up Dev Majesty if you are available to come up and share a couple of words. Let us know if this is a convenient time for you to speak. All right, let's see. Okay, I've just sent a sort of like a mic request. If you see it on your screen, feel free to respond to it. Otherwise, just let us know and then we can keep sending it until you get it. All right. New monkey. Yes, we see new monkeys and we love new monkeys. Welcome to the family. Dev Majesty, do you see the request? Okay. We just sent you the invite to speak actually. Simon, do you want to try? Maybe it's something with my device or something?
Yeah, I've been spamming it.
Same.
Okay, maybe that's why. Maybe because multiple requests have been sent out. But we are probably going to keep trying. So just let us know how we want to sort of have this organized. But wow, interesting TD77. I actually thought that was like a engagement farming sentence that we put out, but it's good to know. Dev Majesty, we are probably going to keep trying, but in the event that this does not work for whatever reason, do you want to try to leave the town hall and then join back again? This could be, just like a technical glitch. All right, let's see. I'm going to try again and then send the invite to speak. Sorry, bear with us because, Monkey Fridays are always full of monkey business. And that means imperfections are the new cool thing in town. So let's see if we can get it sorted out. But, We should be able to get this through ASAP. Okay, now we see you now. I just sent an invite to speak again. Maybe this works, maybe this does not. All right, GM, welcome to the stage. Feel free to take it over.
What's up? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep, we hear you loud and clear. GM.
GM, what is up, everybody? I am super stoked. I have gotten such a warm welcome from all of MonkeDAO, but especially from the exec and the board. They have been so kind to me. And overall, I'm just super excited about representing Gen 3s. I think I've heard a lot of feedback, even in my short time as the observer, and we are ready to really kill it and make Gen 3s just super excited about all the things to come. I hear you guys. I hear everything you've been messaging me. And I am going to be dedicated to being that voice for you guys and making sure any feedback I've received, we can really put it to work and make some really cool things happen so that we can get some really great representation going. So I'm super excited and I love you guys so much. And yeah, this is going to be an amazing year. And today is just an amazing day. Sol and Bitcoin are up and yeah, we're excited. I'm bullish. I'm excited. And I'm going to be at Hacker House and NFT and OAC. So anybody from MonkeDAO, but specifically Gen 3s, I really want to meet you guys. I want to connect with you guys on a personal level, not just as an investor. You guys are people, and I want to know you guys as actual people and hear what you guys feel like is really going to make specifically Gen 3 successful. I want to help facilitate in that in any way I can. So yeah, thank you for having me up, Jem. I'm super excited.
All right. Thank you, Dev Majesty. Really appreciate you taking time to come up. And similarly, like we shared earlier as well, we are very excited, with your representation. And now you've helped us out a lot as well. And Gen 3 monkeys, if you guys have any queries or, areas that, you sort of want to provide feedback, of course, you can reach out to any one of us. But if you do feel more comfortable talking to Dev Majesty, she will be more than happy to have a conversation with you. All right. Now, next up, let's move on to the rest of the agenda items. We actually have a bunch that we need to get to. Fingers crossed, 20 over minutes, we get this through on time. One of the biggest overhaul that we are working on is on the community side. So I want to leave the rest of the time to Super Simon to share with us what are some of the amazing initiatives that we are working on to overhaul the community and make it an even more exciting place to make MonkeDAO an even more exciting place for community members. So Simon, whenever you're ready, feel free to take over the stage.
Thanks, Jimmy, and welcome, Dev Majesty, to your first town hall. Quickly, a couple announcements. If anybody didn't see the announcement I put out last night, there's a new channel called Global Chat. It's brought to you by the same people that build the Syndicate News Network. It's basically a global chat that's open up to about 20 other communities. So it's a great way for us to interact with the communities and communicate with them, and they can communicate with us. It's going to be a 7-day trial period. Let me know your feedback. Let me know if you like it. Let me know what you don't like, and we'll reassess at the end of 7 days. Next up, Unjust, if you could go to the next slide, please. Yes, newsletter ad space is now free for members. So if you are building a project or want to advertising something to the MonkeDAO community, if you are a member of MonkeDAO, you can now submit your information to be put into the next week's newsletter space. Newsletter command. Thank you for doing that. I think that's about it. And then next up on the next slide there, Unjust. Thank you. MMS will now be free for members as well, as soon as the budget is approved. So this is something that we've been kind of trying to overhaul and communicate and talk about internally. We have tested out a couple different models for this Spaces podcast. We feel like moving forward, having it be available and free to membership will be a great path forward for the project and for the team. So if you are interested in coming on to the Monday Monkey Spotlight podcast, fill out the form, let us know your info, and we'll get you scheduled in on the next available week. myself or Dragon Farmer will probably reach out to you to book into it. I think that's about it for me. What's the next slide there, Unjust? Yes, I am definitely not doing the finance overview for February 2024. So,
my gosh.
If there's any other questions, just ping me, reach out, chat into the chat. Thank you for all the pings. And yeah, back to you, Jimmy.
All right, thanks a lot, Simon. If you haven't caught the alpha, apparently Super Simon is also known as DJ Donkey. Okay, I'm just kidding. Please don't go ahead just yet. That was the amazing announcement that Fugo put out. All right, let's very quickly talk about finance overview for February 2024. And just if you don't mind, let's bring that up. Could you zoom in a little bit on that? So with the conclusion of February 2024, we are very excited to put together the latest updated financial numbers, the financial statements, just to give everyone a quick overview of what's been going on in terms of royalties, revenue, etc. And big shout out as usual to Pug, PUGG, for helping us getting this organized. Without his help, it would not have been possible. So, and just if you don't mind, let's go to the first page again. I want to share with everyone the specific royalties number for. Let's see. Sorry, the P&L side. So for February, royalties from Gen 2 was 58K. From Gen 3 was 18K. Barrel was 1K. IRL events was 78K. But take note that these IRL events are basically sponsorships, including hotel bookings, etc. So these are the 78 would eventually be net off. The main revenue streams of Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 1 accounts to approximately 76,000. All right, and then operating expenses, those are some of which have been flagged out as well. IRL events, etc. Most of the time, these are all net off even because we always strive to not monetize IRL events, but also try to minimize the outlay from the DAO on an overall level. So that is the overall situation right now, and very excited to share with you guys. 5 minutes before Town Hall commenced, we actually did the rebalancing. And with the rebalancing, we converted just about 5,000 sold to stables. And that brought us, I think additional 600-ish thousand, 650,000 or so in terms of USD. Now, the latest updated treasury numbers are also reflected in the MonkeDAO Finances overview. And today, as it stands, we have, of course, price fluctuates every other minute or every other second. But we have approximately 7.5 million in terms of overall treasury assets. The total stables that we have today is around 1.5, slightly over 1.6 million. This is the overall, USDC that we have, and we do have a significant bulk of that in stake sold. All right. So just to give everybody a quick update, that is the current, MonkeDAO financial situation. Thanks to Park again for helping to make this possible with the appointment of the treasurer. We'll make this even more official and try to keep this even more timely. But there's a bunch of work that we try to make sure that membership is, constantly well kept updated, as we go along. All right. So yes, with that, let's move on to the next agenda item. Let's see, what is this about? Okay, so this is actually from Cersei. So Cersei, whenever you are available, feel free to take over this. Monkey Twitter interns.
This was raised by Moon, but I completely agree. I think this relates to the next point. Can you just go to the next one? Unless Moon wants to chip in for this, since he mentioned this point.
No, I just wanted to give a shout out to I saw I think Super Simon, Guac, and Solus have been really active in trying to push the X engagement channel in here. So yeah, that's been great to see. As you all have seen, there's been a lot more activity on the socials. The Twitter interns are absolutely killing it. Also want to give a shout out to Conan, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other monkeys that are always super, super active and love seeing all the monkey content and shout outs on the timeline. And that just really helps kind of solidify our presence and the network within the broader ecosystem. So yeah, just encourage everybody to continue interacting, engaging, and posting on all the socials, because I think it helps reverberate some of the vibes that we have within the Discord outwardly as well. So yeah, huge shout out to those folks and everybody doing their part.
Yeah. So for the next point, like I know some monkeys may be disappointed with like certain allocations that we're not that we did not manage to get for airdrops, but I'm happy to share that there are a few airdrops that are coming that we have secured exclusive partnerships with them. So that being said, for those MonkeDAOs will be like the only DAOs that's gonna get some of these airdrops, and so without like telling you guys what it is, there will be two that we have confirmed, and one of them everyone will get it, and then for the other one there'll only be limited allocations because the community don't even want to do airdrops except to MonkeDAO. So for that, we are going to put some of this on banana stands. So I guess it's kind of an alpha to tell you guys to keep some bananas in your banana stand, so you'll get some of this free airdrops that's coming your way. So I guess what I want to say here is, when we do announce some of these drops and some of these partnerships, we have to really go hard on it on our socials, on Twitter, because this is what people will start seeing. And if they do see that our community shows up for all these partnerships, especially these exclusive ones that are coming up, and I'm really excited for both of them, whichever one's going to come out first. So yeah, we just have to keep showing up, and once people see the power of our community, I think it will not be difficult to secure even more airdrops once we have that social presence. So yeah, that's just what I was gonna say. And also, I guess there's more ways of supporting. If you guys know someone who's in a team that's gonna do some protocol and they're planning to airdrop, feel free to connect the team directly to us. Like you can always ask them if they don't mind creating a group chat with the execs, and then feel free to just loop us in. And yeah, if any alpha you have, you can tell us straight away, and we'll try to alpha hunt, because there's also a limited amount of how much alpha that we'll see ourselves. And yeah, so big brain just slept. I guess we're just going up from here now. Okay, bye bye.
I guess that was financial advice / not financial advice. Please take it with a pinch of salt. But the first task, as we follow up from Moon Settlers as well as Cersei's point, is to have everyone to start engaging with So Big Brain's post right now. And if you are wondering where to do so, now I just dropped the tweet again and tagged the X Engager. There is no excuse to not know what the post is, where the post is. The first task for every monkey, 116 plus all the execs on the stage, plus TD77, of course, is to start engaging with So Big Brain. Give him a nice retweet, make sure that we are above 116 retweets at least for So Big Brain, all right? Show some love. He has always been a constant supporter, even as things, sort of like was a little bit edgy, he never really left. He was always here to support us in some way or another. And we are extremely grateful for that. Now, back to the list of agenda items that we've prepared. Of course, I think one of the big change and announcement that we made is related to Gen 3. So I'm going to leave the time to Unjust Mouse to share with us some of the latest changes that have been added, as well as how our beloved Gen 3 monkeys can, always help to engage with different proposals now. So Unjust, whenever you're ready, feel free to take the stage away.
All right, GM. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm going to be trying to find the post that I made, but it's here. I got it. So pretty much big changes. We know that everything was changing with updating with this new the new bylaws that came across. For some of you that maybe didn't know, at this time, with everyone getting updated and as a part of the DAO, now Gen 3s can officially be a part of the proposal process. This means that you can, get in there, you can read all the proposals, you can vote on the proposals, and you can help push forward different agenda items that you think might be great for other members of the DAO. All right. So always remember that you have this power now and forevermore. We made some posts on socials about it as well, making sure that everyone is aware that you can be a part of the governance channels. So for anyone that doesn't know about how governance works in MonkeDAO, it's a two-step process. First, you create a proposal. So you go to the vote proposals and you can create a proposal. I have the format saved inside of that announcement. And then from there, after that, you can post it and other people can chat about it and vote on it. So that's the first stage. It's a yes or no, thumbs up, thumbs down. Nothing too crazy. You should read through, have a discussion. If you think that it's interesting, you think it's not interesting, you think it's going to be valuable or not, take the time to get to know the people that make the post and, make your voice heard. After this step, it goes to on-chain voting, which is done by Gen 2s only at this time. And so from there, it would go to our DAO Vote website and, everyone would vote if they want to see it happen. Something to note with some of these proposals, like there was one recently, just a few days ago, by yesterday by Burns, talking about the defenders, and the community engagement was good on that topic. And so we actually just decided that we would try to start that conversation early. A lot of times when people put up proposals, there are things that maybe the execs aren't aware of, or maybe that the community wants to really have, and we can actually start to activate those even before it hits the final numbers of going on chain. So if you want to have your voice heard, you should definitely get out and make sure to have a proposal. From there, I do have a list of all of them that I posted recently in the minor announcements. There's a lot that a lot of monkeys have been going a little bit crazy, which is awesome. We always want to have more people having ideas for what the DAO can do moving forward. And so you can check out all the most recent proposals by checking out the announcement that I made. And from there, you'll be able to read through the ones that you guys are activated on. You guys are activated after a certain post. So from the ones that are above it, I have it highlighted in the vote proposal channel. Above that post, you're not allowed to vote on. I mean, you can technically, but most of them are past their dates anyways. Just as a note, when a proposal goes up, you have 5 days from the time of it going up for it to reach quorum. Right now, quorum is roughly 83 members. As we have more verified monkeys, that number does go up. So you need to have at least 83 yes votes to be able to move something forward to the vote process. And you also have to have a 51% majority. So if you have a chance over this next week or the weekend, take a peek at some of them. Maybe there's something that you want to do. Maybe something that you're interested in that you want to kind of make the DAO better by doing something. Take the time to fill one out and get out there and propose. So yeah, super happy to have this change. Can't wait to keep on moving forward. And that's about it for now. Thanks, Jemmy.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see. There are also a bunch of proposals live. Anjas, if you want to quickly mention this, feel free to do it as well. Can you hear me? Okay, let's see if this is my mic issue.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
So currently there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 8 active proposals that are still able to be voted on. It starts with the Return to Monkey. It's a $1 million community initiative that was put forward by Distro. The second one is kind of like a monkey rebrand, also put forward by Distro, called the Monkey Redux. There's another one that has no name. They didn't include the name, but it had to do with recent things that happened in the DAO when it came to a token. Another one is called MonkeDAO Dip Buying Initiative. That's up trying to get people to, it's pretty much like a buyback mechanism. The next one is Utilize the Treasury to Build It Bigger, which is an interesting one as well. This one is trying to figure out ways to be able to grow our wallets by doing different things. It's mostly a brainstorm. It's not a super big vote. He said that he put it up so that people can start to talk about it. The next one is Liquidity Pool Enhancement Initiative, put up by Pump and Styx. This one is actually pretty interesting as well. It's looking at trying to figure out ways to kind of increase our overall positions on farming so that we kind of can make sure that we can control what is going on inside of Tensor. Another one that was just put up by DJ Donkey 2 days ago is called SMB Rebranding, which is another idea of to change the names of the different collections and maybe kind of overhaul the way that we are looking at our identity as a whole. And then the most recent one, which was, there's 2 more, sorry. MonkeDAO Collection Immutability, which was put up by DJ Donkey again. He put up 2, one after another. This second one is about making sure that the future, at least on this current rule set, that we don't kind of go crazy by creating extra collections. And then the most recent one was put up by Burns, which was the Defenders one, which I kind of brought up a little bit earlier. And that's the one that there was enough interest that we are trying to move forward with it without even going to the full on vote, because one of the part that we can do actually doesn't even have any treasury spending. So when there's no treasury spending, we can usually activate any proposals that are accepted by the DAO. All right. Yeah. So that's all of them right now. Thanks, Jimmy.
All right, thanks a lot, Anjas. Appreciate it. And of course, I just wanted to highlight, this move, the latest update, especially to the proposal and the inclusion of Gen 3 monkeys, is a further step forward to show our commitment in terms of, ensuring that every single monkey feel included. Regardless of if you hold a Gen 2 or a Gen 3, MonkeDAO will always be a home for you. And this is why we always strive to, find different ways to have this organized, and so that every members can have the different opportunities and platforms to participate. All right. Thanks a lot, Anjas. Once again, appreciate you. Now, enough of the serious things, right? Every week we come together, we talk serious things, but it's super important to also end off every week with a very, very light note. Now, of course, some of us are aware of this campaign called Monkey Feed campaign. I want to say that I've personally benefited from this tremendously. The last 8 days, I have successfully clocked the steps required, although some days, my system failed me for whatever reason. Now, I'll pass this time now to Cersei to share with us a quick run through and a quick debrief, since we are now mid-week or rather mid-period of the entire campaign period. So Cersei, whenever you're ready, feel free.
Yeah, I mean, Jamie has walked 10K steps every day, but meanwhile, I only did 10K steps for the first day, then I got sick, and then when I recovered, I got lazy, so I just became exit liquidity for monkeys. But I guess my soul went to the right places. Everyone who managed to walk the 10K steps got my soul. But yeah, just to sum up the first week, I think we had more than 30 people successfully walk 10K steps for 7 days straight. So I think we decided to just reward the people who walked for 7 days straight, all of them bananas, and then Jeremy will be doing that later. And the number of people, okay, let me quickly send the names of the people who managed to walk 10K steps for 7 days. And if you see your friends, just tag the hell out of them and congrats to them. And then for this challenge, we still have 7 more days. Maybe I'll stop being lazy, but yeah. I think that's all from me, Jeremy. But the great thing is, if you guys join the Telegram group chat, it's actually one of the most active monkey Telegram group chat. Everyone just talking about how much they walk or how much like Google Fit is rocking them. So yeah, that's crazy. But all of these people are going to get some free bananas. So yeah, keep a lookout for that.
All right, thanks a lot, Cersei. I just want to say that there's nothing more depressing than looking at this. Imagine walking 10K steps and the system missing out for like 60 steps. But, this is life. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But, I want to say that this, sort of campaign has brought up a lot of fun for a lot of fellow monkeys. Yes, Simon, that is what pain looks like. But this specific campaign has really brought up a lot of fun. For our fellow monkey community, is one thing to be a degen, but it's also good to have alternative platforms to keep our minds a little bit engaged in a different manner and keep ourselves a little bit more active. So if there's one person I would love to nominate to start walking, it is Tausi in this Town Hall text chat thread. So, hopefully in the next cycle, we see, Tausi clocking 10,000 steps, 20,000 steps for at least 14 days. So congratulations once again to all 30-odd monkeys who managed to clock all the 10K steps for the last 7 days. That is insane dedication and commitment. Most importantly, hope this has brought about a different, lifestyle that you can sort of adopt. And this should be what MonkeDAO is about as well, monkey lifestyle. So with that, we have arrived at the highlight of every week. And everyone can now guess what this section is. This is the best or the most exciting part of the week. Even if you are not a winner for the 7 days, 10K bananas, this is your favorite section. So without further delay, let's pass the time to Moonsettler and get us going.
Alrighty, barrel raffle time. I'm gonna need you to stop sharing so I can share my screen, and then we can get this underway. All right.
It's gone.
Yep. Everyone can see my screen? All right, so this week's barrel raffle, we got it up a little bit later this week as we were trying to clean slate on all the previous weeks and just have a clean go. Going forward, just as a highlight or a call out, we will try to get these barrel raffles for the preceding week up following these Friday town hall sessions. So we'll do it on a schedule. That way everybody kind of knows the time and can probably hopefully access it for the different barrel giveaways. And the raffles will then run for at least a week up until the following town hall meeting. So without further ado, here's the list of all the barrels submitted. There was 317 barrels sold this week. Full list is there. I've taken that. I've inputted into the Twitter picker here. And now we will get underway and pick our 5 winners. So to start, we will do a little bit of shuffling and we will get started. And our first winner this week is 7. Congratulations, 7, on winning the first barrel of this week. Do some more shuffling. Next up. Second one. Yo. I think Crypto SW has won at least 3 barrels now, so I'm not sure what's going on here. But yeah, congrats. I think he goes in hard on the barrels, I guess. So that's our second one. Third up, we have Ballin. Ballin, congrats on the barrel. Next up, that was third. The fourth one, Nomad Nguyen. Congrats on the barrel. And for this week's final winner, we got Doc NX. If I'm not mistaken, he may have also won last week. But yeah, those are this week's winners. So congrats to all the winners. And yeah, as mentioned, next week's raffle or the preceding week raffle will go up shortly here today after this town hall. So try your luck again next week, and there will be direct winners as well. So that's it for me. Back over to you, Jemmy.
All right. Congratulations to all the winners, and thank you, Moonsettler, for running it. And yeah, I mean, everyone who is not winning will always call this a rigged raffle. I mean, I am, one of these fellow monkeys as well. So don't worry, we get your feeling. We understand how you feel, but it is what it is. This is the way the game works. All right. Congratulations, everyone. And before we end off, I just want to make sure maybe we could have time for one monkey to come up and say hi. If there's one lucky new member, if you would like to come up and say hi, feel free to do so, regardless if you are Gen 3 or Gen 2, as long as you are a new member with a new tag, or even if you had a new tag that was removed, feel free to do so. Just tag any one of us. I think Super Simon or myself, we would love to bring you up. Again, regardless if you hold Gen 2, Gen 3, doesn't matter, as long as you are in the town hall and you have a new tag, we would love to bring you up and say hi. Yes, the raffle was definitely rigged because I did not win as well. All right, one last call. Jared, I know you've been tagged multiple times. If you would like to come up and say hi, we would love to have you as well. Okay, yeah, so I think Jared is not in the town hall right now. All right, so it seems like we may not have a monkey that is comfortable enough and available to join us this week, but that's fine. Just know that, every week we host this town hall to give everyone a quick update on everything that is happening. But most importantly, it is also an amazing platform for us to meet new monkeys. All right. Zhang NMT, in case you are interested, feel free to come up. More than happy to have you. But otherwise, I just want to do a quick shout out once again to the entire Town Hall team, as well as, a lot of Monkey contributors who, make Town Hall a success. I've come to realize that Monkey Weekly Town Hall is no longer just a simple town hall of tuning in voice chat. It is one hell of a production itself. It takes an entire village to make this possible. And so hope you guys enjoy this as much as we do hosting this. We wish you an amazing weekend. Feel free to go touch grass. If you are on the Monkey Fit campaign, know that your 10,000 steps continues on the weekends as well. So don't want to sort of pop your little bubble. Let's see. Looking to get my bananas back from barrel rifle. Oh my God, Simon, you are supposed to not be distractive. I thought you were actually serious. Okay. So I was just on the right mood to send everybody off for a great weekend, but let's do it again. We wish everyone an amazing weekend. Have fun touching grass. If you need to clock your steps, remember to do so. Once again, thank you everyone for taking your precious time out to join us. Sending you good vibes and nothing else. TD70, whenever we're ready.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.